Alright, today we're going to replace a damaged dust cap. This is an Electro Voice driver, model 15B, and as you can see we have a fresh recone that was done for the customer here, and unfortunately he damaged the center cap here, so we need to replace that. It's a pretty straightforward procedure on these, so we'll show you how to do that today. As you can see here, this particular cap is the logoed EV cap in white. Those are also available in gold, which certain models use. And some don't have the logo at all, and that's fine, but that's more of an appearance item on the EVs that are used for these recones. So we'll go ahead and remove the old cap first. Sharp utility knife, about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch of blade exposed here on the knife. You want to come in like this, very carefully, right above the old glue line, and just carefully remove the old cap. Being careful not to cut into the cone. Or into the lead wires, which are right here and here. So we want to make sure we keep our blade length short so that we're not cutting down into this area and creating damage to those other components of the voice coil area right here. Okay, so that one's good. The old cap is removed, so we'll discard that. You'll notice that occasionally may have a few little pieces left over here. Just carefully kind of remove those. Make sure we have a nice smooth surface to go by here, and that is what you want. The magnet gap on this one is clean, as we've done a fresh recone on this speaker, so everything is in good shape. So we'll set this back down on the bench and we'll choose the appropriate replacement cap, which is the EV white replacement cap. These are 4 inches in diameter, just a little bit over 4 inches actually. And you'll notice on this particular frame we have 8 mounting holes around the frame here, and on the EVs the logo lines up with the hole directly to the left of the mounting tabs of the speaker, which are here, and this mounting hole to the left is where we line up our logo straight down with that, so that when it's remounted into the cabinet it sits appropriately in the cabinet so that the logo sits straight across as it should. So in this case we'll set the cap in place. On a paperless or on a lipless dust cap like this, which is made of paper, we use our black adhesive, which is the MI2000, okay, and it comes in the small dispensing bottle like this. So the first thing we'll want to do is set our cap in place like that, okay, and we want to make sure that our logo is straight up and down with the left mounting hole to the left of the mounting or to the connection tabs on the frame like this. And in this case this looks good. So basically we're just doing an eyeball here to make sure that this is straight. That's the important thing that you want. So when that's in place appropriately, it looks just like that. And the next thing we want to do is put a weight on that cap to hold it in place while we apply the adhesive. Keep a couple of larger nuts on the workbench here like this. So we place one of those there like that, which keeps everything in place while we do the gluing. Okay, so we set that there like that. That looks good. And on the MI2000 adhesive, the tip simply removes. This comes sealed from the factory here. So what you want to do is take a push pin or something else small and kind of point it, and just kind of poke a nice straight hole right down through the plastic of the tip of the glue nozzle there, and that's what you want. Okay, so we'll set that aside. And now comes a little bit of the tricky part here on this one. We want a nice black glue line to go around there so that it looks factory. This takes a little bit of practice, but if you're careful with it, it's not too difficult. Usually we'll start at the bottom of the logo on the cap here and squeeze an even amount of adhesive all the way around, spinning the speaker as we work around. And let the adhesive rest into place. You don't want to force it, and it just takes a little bit of adhesive to make it work properly. So this is the look you want at this point, and we'll need to let this sit overnight before we can reinstall this back into the cabinet. But that is exactly what you want right there on the EV caps. A lot of the JBL dust caps are similar, and any other model that uses a paper cap without a gluing surface, or a gluing lip we call it, needs to be installed in this manner.